One of my favorite times of year is to get together with Stephen M. Smith of the Bama Standard, which you can catch right here on YouTube every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time to talk Alabama football, set you up for spring practice. Stephen, how you doing today?
Doing good, Mark. Doing good. I mean, we know it's, the second spring of Kalen DeBoer and not Nick Saban, but we know Coach DeBoer, after a 9-4 season last year, he's just chomping at the bit to improve some things and get things spinning back toward being in that college football playoff for this upcoming season.
Chomping at the bit so much to bring back his buddy Ryan Grubb to run the offense. They had so much success with Michael Penix and company there at Washington, and we'll see if Grubb can get it kick-started. Of course, Jalen Milroe, not a lot of people agreed with the decision, but he stood on business and made his decision to go to the NFL draft. Ty Simpson possibly leading this offense. He appears to be the front runner for the starting quarterback job. Of course, he's been around for just about ever at this point, highly recruited at the time. Keelan Russell also in the mix is one of the best players coming out of high school. Austin Mack. How do you size up the quarterback room?
It's going to be very interesting here, Mark, because, as you mentioned, Ty Simpson entering his, fifth year. He came as a hot shot, five-star guy, 2022 from Westview High School in Martin, Tennessee. Former Gatorade Player of the Year, very highly touted passer. He has waited his time, kind of like a Mac Jones story, if you will, for Ty Simpson, and he's a guy that stuck it out in a transfer portal era. So he's right now the guy in the clubhouse, leading in the clubhouse to get that job. Then you have a very talented Keelan Russell, the most highly rated quarterback Alabama has brought in besides Bryce Young. So this is a young man that can make every layer of throw on the football field, the Elite 11 MVP, a two-time state champion down there at Duncanville High School in Texas. And when you talk Texas football, it doesn't get bigger than Texas high school football. So Keelan Russell comes in here with a lot of confidence in himself. And then you have Austin Mack, somebody of whom knows this offense that Ryan Grubb brings to Alabama from Washington. He knows the offense. He was in that offense in 2023. He was a part of that offense that season with Grubb and Kalen DeBoer. So he does have a leg up on what Ryan Grubb likes to do and what he likes to bring scheme-wise and play-calling-wise. So it's going to be very intriguing to see which of these three quarterbacks gives this offense with Grubb and DeBoer the most optimum shot of not just competing for the SEC, but getting back into the playoff.
People are blown away by the sheer talent of Keelan Russell, of course, but Austin Mack certainly no scrub. He was a top 75 prospect coming out of high school, and as you mentioned, has that familiarity with the offense. Do you think it could be one of these situations where Ty Simpson gets the call, and if he doesn't run away with it, that they might be grooming Russell or maybe even Mack to take over in week 3 or 4?
It could be, and that's why it's so pivotal for Ty to go out there and handle this business in spring practice, right? It's going to be pivotal for Ty to go out there, spring ball, show he has all the rapport with the receivers, the offensive line, the play calling, the system. We saw Ty in 2023, the final year with Coach Saban, not quite ready yet, but we did see him against South Florida. He did go out there. He did lead a couple of scoring drives, helping Alabama get that 17-3 win in a rough matchup against South Florida. Then we saw Ty last year take some steps forward in the first year with Coach DeBoer. And Simpson, a coach's kid, understands the magnitude of college football, understands the magnitude of handling adversity, but most importantly, understanding the magnitude of leadership. Ty has a chance to get his recruiting class, which, by the way, Mark, for those that don't know, only 3 players remain from that 2022 signing class at Alabama. Only 3. And it's Ty Simpson, Jam Miller at running back, and Danny Lewis Jr. at tight end. Only 3 guys remain from that 2022 signing class. So Ty wants to get back to having these signing classes win national championships. The 2021 signing class that Jalen Milroe was a part of did not end their career with the national championship ring. And it's crazy when you think about that, because every class that came in during the Saban era knew we're going to leave with at least one national. And the only class right now that has left with the national here recently was that 2020 class that had Will Anderson, that had Bryce Young, that had Malachi Moore. Those guys right there. That 2021 class that had Jalen Milroe, that had Dallas Turner, that had Terrion Arnold, that had talented players, J.C. Latham. Those guys, no ring, no national championship ring. So Ty Simpson understanding the importance. We got to get back to that. In my class, though it's only 3 of us left, we got to start it.
Ty Simpson, 29 of 50, 388 yards as an Alabama quarterback in mop-up duty during his stay in Tuscaloosa, as Stephen outlines, has been significant time. So he's got reps in the system for sure. Keelan Russell has been likened to one Jaden Daniels at times by some scouts.
Woo, baby. Woo.
That would work out okay.
It would. It would.
Stephen M. Smith, Stephen M. Smith, of course, joining us from the Bama Standard, co-host on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. Also on the high school staff there at Pell City, social media, and on the football staff there in Pell City.